Hello and welcome back. I am somewhat late. Well, I usually upload my videos Monday morning, they go live, and Thursday morning, my time, which is in Australia. However, I had a deadline this weekend and a client of mine had a book that needed editing finished Sunday, which was yesterday, and I usually kind of am sort of organized, and I have videos filmed and pre-uploaded and things like that, but I didn't have any for actually today. So there was no video this morning. I worked all day Saturday, I worked all day Sunday because, deadline, I had editing to do, and so the weekend kind of just came and went with me neck deep in edits and nothing else happened. So I'm doing this now so that I can upload it for tomorrow morning, which is my Tuesday. And I'm kind of thinking, okay, I might switch things up and do uploads Tuesdays and Fridays instead of Mondays and Thursdays. And the reason is because if I do Tuesdays and Fridays, then minimally I have Monday to do stuff and to film a video if I have to, and I don't have to do it over the weekend. And I really am trying to learn how to be better at protecting my weekends and actually having a weekend. So that's kind of where I'm coming from. So anyway, let me know. It might matter. It might not. I don't know that it does. And also, I've got my headband matching my little top here. It is so hot. I think Australia's just kind of forgotten that it's actually only the beginning of spring. But it reached like 30 degrees last week. And today is, I think, 28. And it's horribly warm. I don't have the air conditioner on in the bedroom right now. I probably should, because it might be a little bit more tolerable, but I don't know, just torturing myself and a glutton for punishment. But I'm taking today, because I worked all weekend on Saturday and Sunday, as a kind of a day off and a bit of a chill out recharge day. I've done some errands. I've put away my winter boots and switching that across to sort of summer sneakers and that kind of thing. But what I wanted to do today and what I wanted to talk about is the fact that my sniffer is working again. And I don't know if you remember, but a few weeks ago or a while ago, I said that I wasn't doing any perfume videos for a little while because my nose has decided it wasn't happy with me. And I couldn't smell, I couldn't handle spray perfumes because of the atomizer, and it was going up my nose, and it was making me feel very, very unwell because, of the, what do you call that thing? Brain, Deanna. Because of the flu and the cold and the chest infection and all that sort of stuff. And I'm just looking at my lips and thinking, oh gosh, that looks terrible. Let me try to redo this. See, this is why I don't wear this lipstick. That's better in public. Also because it dries my lips out. And it's not cute, and obviously it dries very patchy. I think I remember saying that I liked this at one point. And I forget what this one is. Let's have a look. It is the L'Oreal Matte Resistance. This is in the number 400 Spill the Tea. It's supposed to be a hydrating matte, but it wears really badly. So I really only wear it. It's in my stash of I only wear you when I'm filming a video. And I might even have to retire it from that, because I literally put this on like 2 seconds ago before I started filming, and it was already horrible and patchy. And meanwhile, it's 5 minutes into the video and I haven't actually gotten into the point of this video, which is a little perfume sample haul. I didn't buy any perfume. I went to the Big Smoke. The hubby had a thing in the city, so I went along with him, and I'm just checking. I make sure I don't have any lipstick in my teeth. And so anyway, while he was doing his thing, I decided to go walk around in the shops and visit the mall and visit a few stores. And I had gone into the Strand Arcade, which is a beautiful old arcade, which has gorgeous like Art Deco architecture, beautiful sort of niche boutiques and shops. And I went there because I got an email from the brand Aesop, and they were saying like they've done this whole scent thing, blah, blah, whatever. And I went to check it out. It was nothing special. It was actually very underwhelming. So don't even bother. And the girl that I spoke to was exceedingly disengaged. And I told her, you know, while I was chatting with her or trying to chat with her, that I loved their, I think it was their orange, one of their orange body creams or hand creams. And it's amazing. You know, I was, you know, enthusiastic about it, and she was like, oh yeah, whatever, you know, it's very nice. And so I was like, okay, so you don't care. And I'm just gonna go. But I came across this store called Santa Maria Novella. I'd never heard of it before, but it was a gorgeous store. They're Italian. They're from Florence, Firenze. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. And they were founded in 1221. So they have a lot of history. And it was a beautiful store. I kind of wandered around a little bit while the lady in the store was serving another gentleman. Her name is Julia, and she was lovely. Shout out to Julia. Hello, if you're watching this. Anyway, so she was really helpful. We chatted for a bit, and then, you know, she was telling me about the store and the history of the brand and things like that. And me being slightly organized, pulled it up on my iPad. And I just want to read you very quickly what it says. So they have 800 years of history. It says so right there. And it basically says the Officina Profumo Farmaceutica di Santa Maria Novella can trace its roots back to the Florence of 1221. In that year, Dominican friars founded the convent of Santa Maria Novella and began to cultivate, among other things, a garden. From that same garden, many centuries of experience in pharmacopoeia and natural preparations began to develop, and in later years that experience would expand to include the world of cosmetics, fragrances, and wellness products. So anyway, I had a look around. They had a lot of things. They had even like toothpaste and like teeth stuff. They had obviously skincare. They had candles. They had some candy. I think it was like peppermints. I didn't try any. And obviously they had perfume. And I was sniffing at the perfume and looking at things. There were a couple that I really liked. One of them was their vanilla, which is basically called Vanilla. And it had like, I think it was like a single note, she said. It was basically just vanilla. But it was this really beautiful, spicy, you know, not too sweet vanilla, and it was just gorgeous. I would totally get a bottle of that. And then they had another one called Acqua di Siciliana, and it was, she said lemon and bergamot and a few other things, but when I smell it, there's something in the combination of notes that I could smell, which made it smell like lemongrass. And lemongrass is like one of my all-time favorite perfume scents or essential oil scents. I just love lemongrass. I love to drink it as a tea. I love it in my food. I love the smell. It's just, I love it. And so we were chatting and things like that. And I was gonna leave, and she said, oh, no, you can't go before I give you some samples to take with you. So she was really lovely. She gave me this one called Bizarria, which is kind of like a weird looking lemon. And it looks like this. And it is a very rare citrus fruit, first noticed in the Medici greenhouses in the 17th century. It is bitter orange, lemon, and citron together. This is a hymn to beauty and singularity, and it's really pretty. And I do enjoy it. I'm not going to spray it because I've got a bunch of others, and I don't want to end up with like just a whole bunch of scents on me. But this was really lovely. And then she said, would you like anything else? And I'm like, well, I would really like to try your Acqua della Regina. And that's just this little thing. Apparently, this is one of their most famous perfumes. I just have a little sample. And it was, I have this pulled up because I am, again, trying to be a little bit organized. And it is a royal tribute to the gift of love from Caterina de' Medici to the King of France. It is their oldest fragrance, and it celebrates the perfume that Caterina de' Medici commissioned the Dominican monks to create in 1533. And she took it with her to France when she married Enrico di Valois, and it is a fresh citrusy bouquet. Top notes of Italian citrus fruits, neroli and petitgrain. Middle notes of neroli, rosemary, cloves, and lavender. Base notes of patchouli and musk. So that's that. That's what it looks like, and it really is quite gorgeous. I will spray this one because I want to smell them, and I said I'm not going to spray all of them, but I can judiciously spray some of them. And I'm just going to keep them too far away. Oh yeah, definitely. I can definitely smell the neroli and the citrus. It's very citrusy. I can definitely, the neroli definitely comes through. I'll have to let it sit a while to see if I can smell any of the other stuff. And a little bit of the patchouli. But it is gorgeous. It's very citrusy. And very fresh and strong. Because I only had like a teeny squirt of it. So those were the two perfumes that she gave me to try. And then she very generously also gave me 3 packets of these thingamabobbies. I assume as this is their freesia scent, because it says freesia, which is una flora. Freesia, the enveloping freshness aroma. The liquid soap. This is the liquid soap. Somebody tell me what it smells like. It just says freshness. Okay. I'm going to open the fluid cream because I've got the fluid cream and then I've got the, what's this one? The bath gel and the liquid soap. So these two are going to go in the bathroom and I will use them. I'm actually very excited. By the way, I love this packaging. It is so eco-friendly looking, and this is a generous size. This is 8 mils, so I do really like that. How do I open this though? Do I twist? Or do I snap? Oh, okay. You snap it and then you turn it around and you just... That is very clever. Okay. I'm just going to squeeze some out. Come out. Come on. This is a little bit... I just want to smell this. Okay, it's sort of a powdery, fresh, slightly floral scent. If I read up, I can probably tell you what the notes are and what they're supposed to smell like, aside from me, you know, rather than just me in my very layman's terms telling you slightly floral, powdery. It is nice, but it's kind of an old-fashioned scent, I have to admit. It sort of reminds me of sort of like back in the day, Yardley, you know, that kind of vibe, but pretty. Okay, so that was that. And the lovely lady left me, you know, gave me a bag too, so I'm going to keep the bag because it's a pretty bag. And then I went into Sephora. So, hello again. I had to stop the video for a second because, well, no, actually it was for 2 minutes because the you-know-who reminders came on, and you do not want to listen to her tell me to remember to take my vitamins and, you know, that kind of stuff. And in the meantime, I noticed that this wretched lipstick that I was using, this one, good old yucky and patchy again. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to remove it. So I have removed it and I'm going to reapply with this. And this is the Sephora Rouge Cream Lip Shine. And in the number, oh my gosh, I don't know. It's red. And so hopefully this is less of a disaster than that previous one. But I think that one just needs to go in the bin because I kind of have the perfumes. The lipsticks I wear on a daily basis because they're good and I can wear them. And then the lipsticks that go into the I only wear you when I'm filming. And if I can't even do that, then it's got to go. And no, I still have not perfected my ability to talk and apply lipstick at the same time. I kind of feel a bit of pressure to do this properly without making a huge mess. Here we go. Slightly different shade of red. So this is what I'm wearing now. And this is what I was wearing before, which is sort of more, got a more orangey terracotta tinge to it. So that's what I have on. Where was I? Okay. Anyway, so I left Santa Maria Novella, and then I wandered across the way in the mall because I noticed a Joe Love's store. And I had seen some people talking about Joe Love's, and I really didn't know anything about Joe Love's other than the fact that it was founded by the owner of Joe Malone. And according to the guy who was there, he told me that what Jo Malone, I think that's her name, did was apparently she had cancer. She sold Jo Malone fragrances to Estee Lauder, and she concentrated on her health. And then when she got better and she recovered, and I think she's fully cancer-free now, I don't know. I will have to look it up and Google it and search it up. She decided that she wanted to do something else, so she started Jo Loves. And the difference between Jo Loves and Jo Malone is that Jo Loves perfumes are eau de parfum, so they're a lot stronger. And this was a brand new store in the Strand Arcade. It was beautiful. I was the only person in there. The guy was really lovely. I apologize if you're watching this, which I doubt you will. I didn't catch your name, but thank you. You were wonderful. He took me through the entire line. I got to smell everything. And he was like, which is your top 3? Which is your top 5? What do you like? What do you think of this? And it was really, really nice. I had heard about their mango Thai lime, and oh my word, this is summer, juicy, juicy mango summer in a perfume. And it says, I love breaking the rules of fragrance, and this mouth-watering combination of sweet mango, sharp lime, and punchy pepper is a celebration of Thailand's most vibrant culinary flavors. And the fragrance notes are Alfonso mango, kaffir lime, black pepper, and mint leaves. This, I want a full bottle of this. I know I want a full bottle of this. This is, oh my gosh, it is so fresh, but it's juicy, juicy mango, and the freshness of the lime and the spiciness of the pepper, and that really lifts it so that it just doesn't become just too fruity. And oh my word, it is beautiful. It is so beautiful. I would totally get a full bottle of this, but it is mouth-watering, and it's literally summer in a perfume. Sunshine, hot days, a cold drink, but something fresh and fruity that sparkles with the lime. This is it. Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. 1,000 times yes. So I'm really happy that I can smell again, by the way, and I can spray and smell again. But this is amazing. And the other one that I liked, and this one's a little subtler, is the white rose and lemon leaves. And it's basically just like a piece of porcelain. There is something so delicate about holding a rose in the palm of your hand. White rose and lemon leaves combines the fragility of this beautiful bloom together with the familiar scent intensity associated with rose. White rose oil, lemon peel, rose absolute, and cedarwood. Now, the nice thing about this is it's fresh from the lemon. It's floral from the rose, but it's got the cedarwood to just anchor it and give it some depth. And I have to admit, and if you've known or heard me talk for any period of time, you know that I'm not a fan of rose in perfumes. Not when it's very strong, but I don't smell a lot of rose in this. There's enough rose in this to give that fresh, zesty lemon a little bit of floral and sweetness just to mellow it out a little bit. So it's not like all you smell is lemon. You know, if all I want to smell is lemon, I can get a lemon candle from Bath and Body Works, or, you know, I don't know, squeeze like zest a lemon or squeeze some fresh lemon juice or something. But this is fresh, this is slightly floral, and it's really, really, really pretty. So this was my number 2. Actually, no, this was my, maybe it's tied with the other one, my number 2. But the other one was an Amber Vanilla, which was their latest scent. But he didn't have a sample of it. So I am just going to just quickly pull it up. This one, it looks like that. It's got that beautiful sort of tortoise shell kind of vibe to it, and I really like that. I did ask if he had a sample of that. He didn't, so that was okay, but I did get to sniff that a lot, and it is really, really pretty. So that was one of the ones I really enjoyed as well. But if I was only going to buy one bottle, it would be the Mango Thai Lime. And I think the Mango Thai Lime is one of the most popular scents as well. So I'm very, very excited about that. I don't know when I'm going to get it. I've got so much perfume, so I will get it at some point. I'm feeling a little bit exposed, I have to admit, because I don't normally wear so little, but it is so hot. Yeah, so that was Joe Loves, and I spent a good chunk of time in there because the lovely guys chatted with me and took me through the entire line, which I had a lot of fun. And then I wanted to go to Mecca because they had just released or received, I'm just going to get a baby wipe and get rid of this. They just received the Brooklyn Ellis Brooklyn, I think, perfume in Miami Nectar, which is their summer release. It came out a lot earlier in the US. I think it's just arrived in Australia in time for our summer, but it came out for the summer several months ago in the US, you know, because they're going into autumn and the cooler weather while we're getting into horrible stinking hot weather. So I did go to Mecca to see if I could get a sample of it. I hear it's actually sold out. But I wanted to try it because it's a tropical pineapple, I think pineapple tropical coconut scent. But while I really like it, I am finding that it's a little bit, the coconut in it, after it dries down and it settles, what do you call that, is a little bit synthetic. It smells a little bit synthetic. And don't get me wrong, Miami Nectar is actually, not Miami Nectar, but Ellis Brooklyn, I really like their perfumes and their lines. Two of my favorites from them is Vanilla Milk and Bee. So these, I need to try it a bit more. And just see if it develops. And if I see, when it, I sprayed too much. When I spray it, I get that hit of the pineapple and the coconut water, but then it's supposed to settle and you know, it's got wild jasmine, plumeria, and lily of the valley. All I smell is pineapple, really, at the moment. And then it settles into tree moss, salted woods, sweet amber woods, and vanilla, which all sounds great. Okay. But there's coconut water in it. And for some reason, on the dry down, the coconut water comes through and it smells synthetic to my nose. And I have been in search for my perfect or the perfect coconut perfume for I don't know how long. I've been looking for a very, very long time. I do want a good coconut perfume, but I just haven't found one. And it's taken absolutely like forever. And I'm still looking. I actually have a Italian sweet coconut perfume, and it's supposed to be really good quality, but it just smells synthetic to me. Like I get a hit of the coconut, and it's supposed to be a sweet coconut, but when it just settles a little bit, and I don't know how to actually describe when something smells synthetic to me, other than, I don't know, if you were to go to like the dollar store and you get like a really cheap $1 whatever perfume, and Echo and I joke about it, you know, like it's just half a step up from toilet cleaner and you know, bathroom bleach, that kind of smell. It just smells chemically, and it doesn't smell real, but it has like a sharpness. It smells almost like a little bit plastic, and alcohol-y, and it's just got that underlying artificialness that you can smell and you can tell. And that's what the Miami Nectar does for me on the dry down. But when I spray it in the opening, is stunning. I absolutely love it. So I am actually going to make my way in the next week or so, because the weather's pretty hot, so it's a good time to wear this. Make my way through this little sample and see how I go in terms of the wear and the dry down, and if I like it or not. And you know, and there's enough in here to last me a week, and I'll see how I go at the end of the week, and if it's something that's worth purchasing, or if something that's going to go on my list of something that I want to get a full bottle of at some point. And then I'm saving the best for last, okay? And then the lady who helped me in Mecca, I think her name was Tracy. This was in the big Mecca on George Street. So hi to Tracy. Thank you so much. You were wonderful. I really, really appreciate your help. Anyway, we were chatting a lot. She was asking me what I like, and I was telling her how much I love Bal d'Afrique, Byredo Bal d'Afrique, which is like my all-time favorite summer scent, next to DS and Durga's Debassa. They're both incredible. Anyway, so she recommended, I was talking about, you know, liking citrusy, orangey scents. And anyway, I have never tried much of the Diptyque fragrances, even though they're very, very famous and very popular. So she said, well, if you like orange, try Diptyque Oyedo. And oh my gosh, this is incredible. It is like a juicy, juicy, fresh orange, and citrus orange. It's got a hint of mandarin in it, and it is just incredible. It's fresh, it's sweet, and it is just delicious. So I am going to look that up. It looks like this, and I just want to find out the notes. Fragrant notes, yeah. Lime, mandarin, lemon, yuzu, thyme, jasmine, mint, apricot, raspberry, watermelon, cedarwood, and praline. So the praline is what gives it that little bit of sweetness, which is just incredible. The mandarin, lime, lemon, and yuzu is the combination that gives it this really juicy citrus orangey mandarin scent, and I'm not a big fan of oranges to eat them because I find they're a little too tart and too sour for my taste, but I love mandarins. And actually I have a whole bunch of them in a bowl in my kitchen right now and some in the fridge. So it's one of my favorite like summer fruits. And so this is incredible. So at some point I will probably want a bottle of that. And then she said, oh, have you tried the Dries Van Noten? Hello, darling.
I need to talk to you.
I'm going to have to pause this for a minute. Hello. Sorry about that. That was hubby. He had something to discuss with me. It was a work thing. So anyway, where was I? Okay. Mecca. And anyway, so then we were talking and I was saying, you know, how I liked the orangey stuff. And when you get into Mecca in the George Street, you come up the escalators, there's a big display. And that display at the moment is their new Dries, I'm not actually sure how to pronounce it, Dries Van Noten perfume display, because that's a new perfume that they've started carrying. And she recommended Jardin de l'Orangerie, which is this one, to me. And it has notes of neroli buds, jasmine and ylang ylang, orange blossom milk, and sandalwood. And she said, you will like this because it's orangey, but it's also milky and lactonic. And I like milky and lactonic, and I like orange. So it's like, I don't know, orange flavored milk. But so I tried it. It's very pretty and I like it, but I wanted to kind of get to know it a little bit more. So she gave me a little, what do you call this? Sample, which I will wear and then see how we go. But oh my word. This perfume for 100 mils is $460. That is $460. It would be a very long time before I can actually get a bottle of that. If I ever get a bottle of that. Or I'll just end up getting a decant of like, 10 mils of it or something like that. And maybe somebody will have 10 mils and I can just, because 10 mils is decent. It's this much perfume, and I can wear, this will take me a while to get through because I don't wear a lot of perfume. That's not true. It's not like I don't wear a lot of perfume. I don't spray a lot when I wear perfume. So I really only do 2 to 4 sprays, and 1 mil can give me 10 to 12 sprays depending on the intensity of the sprayer. So 10 mils, if I'm not into overspraying, and I know some people go, oh, I never leave the house without 30 sprays of perfume. And I'm like, my poor nose, I'd be choking. I cannot handle that. So 10 mils will last me a long time and a while. So I might just, see if I can get like 10 mils in a decant from someone in a perfume group or something like that. So that's that. And finally, I was saying how much I like the Byredo. It's one of my favorite perfume houses since. And she said, would you like to try anything from the Byredo range? And I said, I've heard of something called mixed emotions. Can I try that? Oh my word. It was love at first sniff. And I don't like to use the term obsessed, and I don't like to throw that term around willy-nilly because too many people use it too lightly. And, they become obsessed with everything all the time, very fast. And I just like to put a little bit more weight to something if I say that I am obsessed with it. But this is Mixed Emotions. Okay, it's just a standard, really clean, really simple Byredo bottle. And the notes are mate, blackcurrant, Ceylon black tea, violet leaves, birch wood, and papyrus. So I love tea fragrances. So anything with tea in it, I love. I'm a big tea drinker. I love tea. You know, but the blackcurrant, cassis, and tea combination gives you like this fruity, sweet, but you know, with the astringency of the tea, and oh my word, it is, oh, I can smell the tea, and then the sweetness of the black currant comes through, and it's just amazing. I need to pause again. Hello, I'm back again. So sorry. We're just trying to figure out some logistical stuff with regards to hubby's work, and so that was what those two last pauses were about. And now I'm going to have to put some effort into clipping these videos together, and you know how much I dislike having to edit videos. So there you go. I do enough video editing for my day job. I know how long it takes to edit a video. And since I'm only doing this for fun, I just don't have it in me to put 4 hours or 6 hours into editing a video that I am throwing up onto YouTube for fun. So it is what it is. Okay. Anyway, I am, yes, madly in love with Byredo Mixed Emotions. And yeah, so that's kind of, I really want that. So if I kind of boil down everything that I have smelled, you know, in that trip into the city, that, you know, I had a little play with all these samples, I would say if I had the money and I was gonna buy a perfume or two perfumes, it would definitely be the Joe Love's Mango Thai Lime, and the Byredo Mixed Emotions would be my top two immediate purchases. So that's it. I did also pick up my Mecca Beauty Loop gift, which was a I'm gonna open it up. I know what it is because I opened it at the store, which is a Lip de Luscious SPF 20 lip protectant from Mecca Maxima. Sorry, Mecca Cosmetica. On the go hydration glossy pink tint. I like a lip balm and I like hydrating lip protecting things. However, I have very sensitive lips. So the fact that this has lemonine and citronellol and red 6 lake dye, and possibly the titanium dioxide from the, what do you call that thing? From the SPF, might be too much for my poor little lips to handle, but that's the jar. It's so pretty. And I love that black with the embossed lettering in it. It does smell nice. It's got a really sweet smell. I'm kind of curious to try it, but also a bit afraid to try it, because if I use this and my lips don't like it, within 3 days to a week, my lips will start to peel and crack and dry and bleed, and it is not cute. And that did actually happen to me with something that I got recently, which I had to return to Sephora, which is another whole thing, which I will film about when I have some time. So anyway, I'm going to put this back in the box and I will think about what I'm going to do. I will probably check some reviews and see what people have said about it. And then probably just end up giving it to my mother because she loves lip balms. She wears a lot of lip balms, but she doesn't have finicky lips like mine. So that's kind of it. That's what I have. I don't know. Brain is, I've been talking to it for too long and my brain is just like, we've had enough. We just need to stop talking. Okay, so I'm going to go. Thank you so much. That was my little perfume sample haul that I really enjoyed. I had a lot of fun smelling a lot of things while I was out. And I smelled a heap more than what I got and brought back as samples because these were just the ones that I wanted to experience and wear a little longer to see if it was something that I would want to get at a later point in time. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I am, well, my nose is back. I'm very happy about that. And I will get back to you in the next video. Bye-bye.